Our target here is to talk about psychology. We are here to understand what we really like. Just the question, why not me? Would you like to be this likable person whom everybody likes? Where is the golden middle? There are always people who like us, and there will be always people who dislike us. It's a nice day today, isn't it? Oh yes, the weather is fantastic, but you know, yesterday it was a bit warmer. But 2 days ago it was quite worse because it was raining, and I hate when it rains. You know that now in Canada the weather is different. What was it? It was just an example of small talks. Do we need them? Yes, we do. In this way, we start polite communication, which is not imposing, which builds up a bridge to the further communication. But psychologically, it's quite dangerous to be involved only in frequent small talks, and especially in schmoozing, in gossiping, in mocking, because unnoticeably we lose the opportunity, our own ability to communicate intimately, deeply with someone who is close to us. That is why, please, pay attention to the amount of time you have small talks, especially gossiping. All these activities, they steal your precious energy. They do not help you to develop, and you become less and less as a person. Avoid it as much as you can. Certainly we live in this society and we need to talk about this and that, and no matter what is going on, we need to do it. And this is the first thing we'll learn to do when we learn a foreign language, because any communication starts with it. But try to avoid it when you are able to communicate on a deeper level. And be very careful. Value very much the ability to talk deeply with someone, to share your world, your vision. You cannot imagine how important it is. We cannot overestimate it, because through such communication, through such exchange, sharing, we build up and develop our own psyche. We make it saner. We make it more stable. Please, always speak up courageously, bravely, when you have what to say. When you don't have what to say, better listen to the speaker. We have 2 ears and just 1 mouth, and this is not in vain, because it's quite important to listen more and to speak less. But it's bad to keep silent all the time. Our ideas, thoughts, they should be expressed, because a thought becomes powerful only when it is pronounced distinctly, pronounced emotionally. And you know, it's so interesting that sometimes we understand our own thoughts much better only after we hear them or listen to them in our own interpretation. It's a very interesting, captivating thing. Pay attention to that. Notice it, and you will be very much surprised. Never ever say, I don't have any problems. It's just a social trick, a desire to pretend to be somebody who you are not. Problems exist, and they will exist as long as the life develops. We should learn how to face them, how to encounter them. and our ability to solve the problems demonstrates the level of our psychological maturity. You know, there are only people who do not have problems and they're idiots. Those who are able to think, to act, to develop, to go on, from time to time, they have problems. They solve them quickly. Sometimes it takes a lot of efforts, a lot of time. In the long run, the problems are solved. But when the person is swollen by the problem, is caught by it, and he can't get rid of it, because all his thinking is winding up around this problem, this is the first sign of neurosis. This is the point of psychological instability and the flash, which means that the help is urgently needed in this case. Try to appreciate. Don't be jealous when there is next to you a person who is more intelligent than you are. It's a real gift of life. Try to be all ears, digesting, absorbing the information you have at your disposal. Try to imprint it, because when the time changes, situation changes, and you will be far from that person, believe me, you will hear those phrases and they will be the most helpful hints and tips in your life. And try not to bear, try not to be tolerant to fools. I mean, in your close surroundings. You deserve more. You shouldn't spend your life on communication with stupid people. You know already how dangerous it can be. It's not your obligation to stand it. If a person is ignorant and doesn't want to change, it's his problem, not yours. And ultimately, before saying goodbye to you, I want you to think about a wonderful word in English. It's an adjective, understanding. Try to look at it from a different point of view. How you can apply it to yourself. Can you be understanding to yourself, to your feelings, emotions, desires, strivings? If you learn to be understanding to yourself, in a twinkling of an eye, you will be surrounded by people who are understanding, benevolent, cheerful, and really fond of you. That is why keep this word in your mind, apply it to yourself, and understand. Only when you are understanding to yourself, you can expose the best parts of yourself. For those of you who would like to have personal consultations, sessions with me, you are welcome. All my data you can find below, and get in touch with me, and I will try to do my best to understand you and find the way out with yourself together, certainly, out of your problem. See you soon.